Have technical difficulties sometimes in the mountains where I live to wait for the signal to clear with storms and clouds and whatnot. Anybody out there? How you guys doing? Nobody shows up. It'd be my fault for being so late. So we'll hang out and see if we can draw in anybody. I think I said 7:30, and it's more like 8:30. But you know, the world goes around, and with or without us. Anyone out there got any struggles going on? Need any faith? Anybody out there? Yo, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you guys hear me? Anybody there? Nobody there? I'm like an hour late, so nobody shows up. I'll hang out for 5 minutes or so, and then it'll be my fault for being late. To just say live Monday and maybe not have a time somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. That might work. That might work the best. Hello, hello, anyone out there in TV land? Rock and roll radio station. Talk about the hard times, the struggles going on for mankind. See it everywhere. Everybody I see's got some kind of struggle going on. Money, or problems, or family. Struggle with their faith. Struggle with their neighbors. Struggle with believing. Struggle with understanding. So there's a lot of struggles out there that we don't we don't take into consideration when we run across people on a daily basis how much struggle that they might be presented with, and how your behavior in that moment has everything to do with the kind of struggle they live. And you may have some terrible struggle, and you might hide it well, and you might be super helpful to people, and they might really appreciate you. So it's one of those things. I think I might have forgot to turn the comments on. Somebody hit the like button if I forgot to turn the comments on, because I'd have to go back and restart it. Yeah, I forgot to turn the comments on. All right. Well, if you guys want me to keep, oh, they're on. Oh, okay, cool. How you guys doing? Good to have you. So yeah, I think the struggle is so real for so many people on so many different levels that that we don't realize it, and we impact people's struggle. You know, some old lady might be having a hard day, might have had to put down an old animal, and you're behind her in traffic honking, and the light just barely turned green. You know, someone has physical trouble, and you're mad because they can't walk fast enough in front of you. Some people have health struggles. So I think that if we can, take a little bit of time in our own lives to find faith and humanity, and give people a little bit of space, to try not to impede on their trouble, and they're already going on. Because you look around the world, you see hardship everywhere. You see it on every corner. You see it on every street. You know, you see it in the news. There's nothing but death. There's nothing but hatred from one group to another. So everybody has struggle. There's not one group that has struggle and one group that doesn't have struggle. We all have struggle. And the best thing to do would be to come together and try to find those common things, and then help each other in those struggles, you know, rather than finding the people that oppose you, and having connection with them. You find people that have some connection with you, and you connect with those people, and your struggles will get lighter. If you spend your whole life combating the struggle, then you can't go anywhere. If you just embrace the struggle, and you don't embrace the change or the necessity to change to get out of the struggle, then I think that becomes, um, that becomes like a cage we can hide inside, and then it becomes too difficult to get out of, and then that becomes its own struggle. So what I'm just saying that everybody has some kind of battle going on, and and we could help each other more than we have been. The humanity I see on a regular basis, you know, sometimes I see it's good. Some places I go, people hold the door for the old lady and let her in the door too. Some people just slide in and let the door close on them still. We need to bring that back. It take you 1 second of your day to put the shopping cart back. So that kid who gets paid like nothing doesn't have to go pick up the shopping cart from the far end of the parking lot because you thought it was fun and just let it roll away. So that struggle is deep truth in our souls, and I think that you can see it when you look around you in the store, and you can see the people who have positive energy and who are sharing, and you can see the people who are kind, and you can see the people who eat kindness. They stand in line and they're mean and rude to the nice people that are trying to help them, take their money, ring up their groceries, sell them their items, get them their gas, and they berate them or belittle them because they have their own struggles, not remembering that those people have struggle as well. So if we worked on humanity a little more, I think we could go so much farther. Rather than trying to decide what side you believe in and which group you're in, if we worked on the totality of humanity as one thing, we could get somewhere. We could make a dent. We could find the things that connect us, like food and music and laughter and sunshine. But, you know, and there's always going to be the people who intentionally, for fun, um, will dwell the agony on people. It's just always going to be that way. Humankind has always had a small amount of humanity who will always be the antagonist. They'll enjoy, um, ruining someone else's day. They'll enjoy making someone struggle worse. You know, and so unfortunately, when you run into those people, there's nothing you can do but hope that you have as minimal contact with them as possible, because you know if you engage with those people and in any way display your discomfort, they'll just make it worse for you. So you just let it go and you move on. Because sometimes I think you can control your own struggle. There's a lot of people that wear a lot of struggle that they don't have to. They just carry it around just so that they can have it, just so that they can be part of whatever else it looks like is going on. So, you know, hello, Juan. So I think there's a lot of victimhood going on in the world. There's a lot of people out there that are claiming that they got struggle that don't really have struggle because they need your attention. And you can, when you kind of sense that, you just don't give those people the attention. You just cut the attention off, because it's like feeding the bears. You don't feed the bears, because if you keep feeding them, they won't feed themselves. So those people that need that attention, and they need that pretend suffering, victimhood, when you spot them, you just ignore them. Save your humanity for the real people who are in need, and do something nice for those people. And then what'll happen is something nice will happen for you. You stop sometime and help someone with their flat tire, and God forbid someone's going to stop you and help you with your flat tire. Maybe not every time, maybe not all the time, but the attitude of never, it won't happen, doesn't help anybody. you know so you can you can always find some negative way to look at stuff, or you can always find some positive way to look at stuff. Pessimists will always find some positive way, or some narcissist will find some negative pointed way and you those two are easy to spot as well. You can spot that type of behavior, and you can detour it out of your life. Thanks, Juan. And it's that simple. I mean, it's like at work. You got eight coworkers. Six of them are no problem, and you got that one guy who's the problem for four or five people. Well, it's obvious what the problem is. It's not four or five people have problems. It's one person is a problem for those people. And I think if we recognize that, we stood with our fellow man, those four or five people could then turn, and all five at one time, they could discuss with that one person and then change the perspective of the whole thing. So a lot of it is, being aware of the people around you, being aware of yourself. Being aware of yourself is probably the most important part. Are you actually in a problem? Do you actually have struggle? Are you playing the victim? Are you the aggressor? Are you the bully? Are you the problem? So if you take accountability for yourself, I think that solves most all of these issues, and really puts in light like the truth of it all. So yeah, saying a little discussion there about the weight that people are carrying and how we can help, or how we can make it worse. So I think it's all our perspective, and that it mostly starts with ourselves. That inner flexion, looking inside, making sure that we are or not the actual problem, and taking a second to look outside to make sure that you see it from someone else's point of view, because we're not always right as much as we want to be. Well, I don't have that many followers. I haven't been on this channel only but for a couple months. So I thank all of you that do come here. I thank all of you that do follow me. I appreciate the listeners. Um, I've got a lot of views overall. Whether people liking it or not. So I think that thank you guys for coming. It's cool to just try to find some kind of thing to talk about with people, and see how they are. I'm working on getting this other phone line set up so I can actually have like a live caller, and you guys could hear both of us talking, and then you guys could interact like a TV, like a radio show. But still working on that. I think I have all the equipment to do it right now, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I thank you guys. Thank you a lot. Thank you, Juan. So, yeah, it's not a real long subject to rip on tonight, so I'm gonna cut it short. Thank you. Thanks for coming. So I appreciate you guys. Sorry I was late. Technical difficulties in the mountains. Sometimes I don't get service, and I have to wait for the service to come in. So, whoa, big ass spider. Hang on. That's a problem. Time out. Holy moly, that thing was big. Wow. I smashed it, though. I had no choice. Wow, I had a big old spider drop down right behind the phone. That was crazy. Like I said, I live in the mountains. Oh, yeah, that was wild. Okay, well, all right. So be kind to everyone you run into, because you never know what battle or struggle they're facing. I'm the Revradchad. I'm just saying, God loves you. Peace out. I'll do another live tomorrow, next day, something. I'll do them kind of regularly. Maybe not every day, but I'll start doing them pretty regularly. I'll always make sure I show up and give you guys something on Mondays. Thank you. You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.